Assalamualaikum and a very good day to dear lecturer and all students. Today our group is going to present our assignment entitled The Importance and Current Issues of Investment and Retirement Planning. These days, due to different reasons like work uncertainties, a fast-paced life, and tall expansion rates, financial planning is the most important aspect to understand a person's current and future income potential. Analyzing future financial must be dynamic to address the ever-changing market environment and the changing needs of the individual. Financial planning is important for every individual as it not only helps to achieve current and future goals, but also to deal with unforeseen emergencies in life as well. So the topics that were chosen by our group are investment planning and retirement planning. Investment planning is the most important component of financial planning. Investment planning begins with identifying goals and objectives. The most common investments are cash, stocks, bonds, gold, and real estate. Wise investment can actually improve our financial life and help us to have enough funds to achieve our dreams. Therefore, a good investment plan is necessary in order to secure our future financially. Besides, retirement is also a hot topic of discussion in real life as it affects everyone. Retirees are one of the most important groups for Malaysia's dynamics as the country is experiencing an increasing aging population. According to the Malaysian Bureau of Statistics, people aged 65 or older are expected to make up more than 7% of the population this year. The objectives and purpose of investment and retirement plannings are as such. It is the security of our family in financial terms, where one should invest in safe forms of investment. For example, money market are safer than in the bond market. The second one, in order to earn a higher income, we need to invest in riskier types of investments to get higher returns from them. Investors need to analyze their risk-return ratio carefully and invest accordingly in suitable asset classes to enjoy maximized returns. Therefore, good investment planning is very important. The third one, investors who wish to realize capital gain should invest in securities for the longer term. And investors also may choose investments as an option to minimize taxes as part of his investment strategy. And the last one, many investments are liquid, meaning they can be easily converted into cash. As the first step of investment planning, it is suggested that we should start saving regardless of how much our salary is. We must not spend it all and save for our retirement and unforeseen emergencies. Individuals need to be aware of their current financial situation so that they have an idea of their income and expenses. After getting an overview of the current financial situation, you need to analyze your financial needs and goals to understand what you want to achieve. To begin goal setting in capital planning, we need to identify both our short-term and long-term goals. Each financial need or goal would be reflected in the determination of investment duration, for instance, short-term less than 1 year, medium-term 1 to 5 years, and long-term more than 5 years. Let's say one is buying a house which requires a big investment, therefore that person should be financially capable of making such a big investment. Analyzing a person's risk profile is an important part of financial planning because the asset allocation in a portfolio depends critically on it. Each asset class is associated with different risks such as market risk, credit risk, liquidity risk, and interest rate risk. Therefore, we should know our risk tolerance because some risks cannot be ignored. After setting our goals and risk tolerance, The next step in investment planning is to create a savings portfolio, which may include many types of investments such as stocks, gold, bonds, time deposits, and etc. The next step is learn about investment options available in the financial market and compare the returns and risks associated with them. We can develop our asset allocation strategy in investment planning after we have determined the risk-return portfolio. And the most important step in investment planning is the implementation of the portfolio plan. The investor's goal and situations should be reviewed once a year to determine if there are any significant changes and to determine if the investment is consistent with the investor's goals. Now we go to the importance of investment planning. Investment planning will be useful if anything happens to the working member in the family. Then the other members of the family will be financially secured by the investment. Managing income efficiently will help the person to manage other expenditures, tax payments, and etc. Investment planning helps in understanding about our current financial situation. It becomes easy for an individual to evaluate investment or retirement plan by having financial understanding. In terms of savings, funds can be easily taken out from those highly liquid investments in the case of emergency. The savings created by investment very much useful during difficult times. For example, death of the working individual in the family affects the standard of living to a great extent. That time, the investment made by the working person becomes useful source of income of the family. There are few reasons of why retirement planning is important in our life. It provides better well-being due to lower levels of stress. Cash issues are a major source of extent. Cash-related thrust is associated to physical conditions such as diabetes, heart disease, cerebral pain headaches, and dejected rest. Not as it with that, cash stresses can cause uneasiness and sadness, victimizing you of peace of intellect to appreciate your life nowadays. So, taking steps to urge your retirement plan on track is a vital step in your monetary and physical wellness. Research also shows that about half of all current retirees are not resigned by choice. Most were laid off or constrained to take off their employments, and a little number had to take off work rashly to care for a sick or maturing parent or companion. Retirement planning also is important for individuals who are at the same time supporting their children and one or both guardians. And it also helps to avoid running out of cash in retirement. Therefore, retirement planning is important since it can assist you to maintain a strategic distance from running out of cash in retirement. Many reasons that prevent a person from planning for retirement and investment. Most Malaysians are aware of the importance of both, but do not know the benefits they will gain from them. Some believe that it is too early to think about retirement planning when one is young. Moreover, the middle-aged generation assumes that the EPF is good enough to finance their retirement. Well, some studies indicate that financial knowledge can help individuals better plan for their lives in retirement. The COVID-19 widespread has disturbed Malaysia's economy, clearing out over 800,000 individuals jobless when businesses went beneath, whereas surviving laborers gotten pay cuts. Numerous Malaysians as well as in other nations endure an uncertain future as individuals seek to pull back their investments funds to create closer mates. Around 80% of speculators in Malaysia have went through more time considering their monetary prosperity and rearranging their individual funds since the onset of the COVID-19 widespread. This caused greater issues within the future, particularly post-retirement. The effect of COVID-19 can be seen in the unemployment rate, which shot up in May 2020 to 5.3%, an amazing increment from 3.3% recorded amid the same time in 2019. The B40 populace is still struggling to outlive these impacts, depicting their defenselessness to financial stunts arise within the taken a toll of living, amounting monetary commitments. It is recommended that one must not touch their retirement reserve unless completely vital, such as Employees Provident Fund (EPF), Amanah Saham Bumiputra (ASB), or other private retirement plans. All these reserve plans should be treated as a last choice, as the retirement finance must be kept partitioned from one's crisis reserve funds. But as we Malaysians know, I Lestari is one of the finance withdrawal options from a person's current saving account in EPF presented by government planning to ease the money-related burden of EPF individuals to meet their essential month-to-month needs amid the pandemic. The effect of the widespread in Malaysia gets to be more apparent in people's retirement plans. Inquire about famous that 20% of non-retired individuals think they will resign afterward within the wake of COVID-19, whereas 50% think they will still resign at the same age and 30% think they will resign prior. Added as a good news to fellow Malaysians, recently in 2021, the government slowly moved towards a new norm by easing the Movement Control Order (MCO), where many have indeed returned to work amid what looks to be better times than during the strict lockdown in previous year. As for conclusion, a proper investment planning can help us in making smart investment. If we do not have time to do our own investment planning, we can take plan of financial planner. They will help us in making our investment portfolio according to our risk-taking appetite and current financial condition. Retirement planning is an essential part of our financial wellness. Achieving your retirement goals takes a proactive approach. If you start planning for retirement early, the better off your retirement will be in the future. By clarifying your expenses, prioritize your goals, and build a portfolio of assets can help in sustaining a long and fruitful retirement period. A positive attitude towards retirement planning would enable individuals to achieve adequate retirement income and relax. Goal clarity is the strongest factor that influence the retirement planning behavior, which shows they have a clear vision of how life is when they retire. So that's all for today. Thank you very much.